My beautiful Leos, and welcome. This is your spirit message for February. We are going to be looking into what spirit wants to tell you, what they would like you to be aware of. And at the end of the reading, we are going to pull some cards from the Talking to Heaven deck. If anyone has someone on the other side that they're interested in receiving some messages from. So, Leo, this is your channel. You know, any reading on this channel can resonate to you, but please take what messages are yours, leave the rest behind, and do not force a reading to fit. So, let's see what number Spirit is highlighting for you for the month of February. And Leo, the number is 20. I am harmonious. All right, Leo, some of you could have been born on the 20th. Doesn't have to be, it's just the energy. But this card says you relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious friendships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to see your point of view by using gentle means. All right, Leo. So definitely keeping your energy balanced, keeping your energy and that equilibrium type of harmony for life is extremely beneficial for you for February. So if anything comes up, if anything feels like it's bothering you or phasing you, remember this energy and remember that Spirit is really urging you to be as harmonious as possible. If you're in a situation and you gotta be the bigger person, you know, things along those lines. Let's see what else is coming through here for you, Leo. And you have glamour. Card number 15, you could be getting a lot of attention in February, or Spirit is predicting you will be getting a lot of attention here. This is my receiving attention card in this deck. It says, into this mirror I see the realms of possibility. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, Spirit is urging you to do, I'm not sure if it's called this or if I'm just like making this up. But I do this all the time. It's called the mirror method. I mean, I don't know if it's actually called that, but possibly. And this card does say, into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. So, you know, all of your external energy starts from within. So the more harmonious, the more loving you are to yourself, February is really attracting in some good energy for you here, Leo, where you're seeing all the possibilities of more balanced relationships, more harmonious energies surrounding you, as well as, you know, if you felt like it was really hard to get people to see your point of view, you may find that in February, it's a lot easier. You may feel like you're just a lot more persuasive or people are listening to you more. There is something happening within you that is bringing this energy outside of you. So glamour, energy, you know, present your best self, Leo. Sometimes when we don't feel down, put on something nice. Go get your hair done, get your nails done, get a haircut, whatever the case may be, whatever makes you feel good, do it. Love yourself very highly. And you're going to see it open up doors of possibility that you may have not thought would ever open up for you. So the angel that is supporting you for this month, wow, here you go. The angel of remembrance. So a lot of you in my introduction, when I voiced the Talking to Heaven energy, a lot of you are here for that. A lot of you are wanting that, needing that. And now with the angel of remembrance coming in, this is a very specific angel of a guardian angel of someone on the other side that you have lost in the physical. So your supportive angel is different for all of you. It's not a generalized thing this time around for February. Your guardian angel is somebody on the other side that wants you to remember them a bit more. Talk to them a bit more. Do that mirror method and sit in front of the mirror. Tell yourself how much you love yourself. Tell yourself how much you adore your body. Thank your body, thank your digestive system for supporting you, thank your heart for keeping you alive, things along those lines. I do want to see, all right, so the Angel of Remembrance is coming in. So there's an emphasis on this card for ladybugs. So some of you have somebody on the other side that's coming in through a ladybug, specifically some sort of insect, bug of a ladybug. Could be a Luna moth, could be a butterfly. Whatever the case may be, there's somebody on the other side coming in with some major assistance for you for February. I want to see what form they're going to be taking in the physical. So, oh, hello. They are telling me. The Angel of Happiness. Okay, so whomever you have on the other side is going to be taking the form of the Angel of Happiness for you in February, which is really aiding in that self-love, that happiness for who you are, what you do, what you believe in. So I feel like things are going to be looking up for you in a major way, and I'm going to get the tarot and see exactly why. So, Spirit, can you please show me, for this glamour energy, what possibilities are going to be opening up for Leo with this energy? What possibilities are going to be opening up? Some of you could even be a model or could model something. It doesn't even have to be like your face. It could be that you're like a hand model, or it could be a foot model or something along those lines. Some of you, you could really use your persona to create abundance in your life. Let's see what we have for glamour. Why is this here? What realms of possibility are opening up for Leo in February? So we have here the Queen of Swords. We also have the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, Leo. So I definitely feel like there is this energy of almost backwards of what I said in connection to using your persona to create abundance. I almost feel like for some of you, you do want that to be a thing, but you also want to be loved and appreciated for who you are inside, just maybe not what you look like on the surface. And I definitely feel like there could be some movement for you here, Leo, in connection to home. So some of you may be sprucing up your home. Some of you could be doing some cleaning around the home. Spirit is really wanting you to declutter as well as put that priority on what is stable in your life. I'm going to ask another time around of why this energy is here. Because the Queen of Swords doesn't necessarily, they want to be loved and appreciated for their knowledge above anything else. So we have flying out the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So I feel like there is some sort of lucky energy here with this Page of Pentacles. There is some energy of starting something from scratch, starting something new, and or rebuilding something that I feel like hasn't made itself open to you in the physical. So there is going to be some sort of offer, some sort of person, some sort of new lesson that takes form in your reality to help your growth. But I feel like for some of you, there is this connection to the fact of what is it? If there is an opportunity or a possibility of an opportunity that opens up here for you, in connection to putting your best foot forward. I definitely feel like Spirit wants you to act on it. There's something around here about your looks, which I feel like for some of you Leos, you're like, that is too shallow for me to do that. But then again, your hand could be making you thousands of dollars. Does that make sense? So some of you, you don't really want to be only appreciated for something physical, but you could also be missing the fact of that could be making you a lot of abundance. I also randomly get interior designing. So if some of you know that you're good at sprucing up an area, interior designing, what are those people that like fix up a house for an opening for a real estate agent? Not sure exactly what they're called, but some of you could be really beneficial in making things look nice. And it's not necessarily shallow. It's just that, hey, you got the nice foot, you got the nice hand, you got the nice face. You know how to make things look nice. Use that to your advantage. Because I feel like for some of you, you may be like sleeping on yourself. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. I was like, what are y'all talking about? But with that flyer of the Four of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, they gave me the answer because I almost felt like I didn't even know what they were saying. Okay, I got it. So you either know how to make things look beautiful, possibly even in the sense you have the Seven of Cups here, possibly a florist as well, flowers, things along those lines, making beautiful bouquets for people. There's something that you can use by using your beauty or using beauty that you can create to your advantage, but I almost get a sleeping energy. I'm not sure if you have awakened to this fact yet. Some of you, this is a prediction and you're going to awaken to this in February. Others of you, you know what I'm talking about. So let's see what we have here with the Angel of Remembrance, with the Angel of Happiness. Somebody on the other side coming in to assist you in feeling happier, feeling better, feeling more positive. Let's see what they have here for you, Leo. The Angel of Remembrance and the Angel of Happiness with the Ten of Swords. So finally seeing the light. I personally like the Ten of Swords. Yes, it could indicate you felt betrayed or are feeling betrayed, but the worst is over. You don't want to sit in the sword suit, right? Let's get to the 10. Let's move it on. You have the Seven of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, Spirit is going to possibly highlight a deceptive person in February. And you have the Empress. Okay. Some of you may feel this could be a mother figure on the other side or a grandmother figure on the other side. I feel like this person has either already exposed a deceptive person around you or they will in the month of February. Some of you, you may be feeling very deceived by your physical mother figure. Does not necessarily have to be that this person is that energy on the other side. It could be that that's what you're feeling in the physical. I also do feel like for some of you, there could be some self-sabotaging thoughts about your growth. So some of you, Spirit is not going to be exposing a a deceptive energy. They may actually expose the fact that you have been self-sabotaging your own thoughts for quite some time. Because the Empress is indicating that there's abundance coming your way for some of you in terms of not necessarily believing that it was. So what I feel with this cluster of energy right away is that Spirit has already exposed a deceptive person around you. They will, or you may get some exposed energy or something may be revealed for you in February about how much you actually self-sabotage your own thoughts. You know, when we overthink something and we're fearing something or something along those lines where we just don't have the greatest thoughts and emotions towards it, and then it ends up going even better in our favor than we thought. And then we feel that kind of like, oh, wow, like I spent a lot of energy being upset about this or anticipating the worst, especially with the angel of happiness here. Whatever's exposed is leading you down a happier path. So it actually looks like it's a positive exposure, which I feel like a lot of you could resonate with the fact of the matter of something becoming more abundant for you where you thought that it wouldn't. And that also goes back to the fact of sleeping on yourself here. So it could feel a little bit of defeat. You know, you may feel like, wow, like I could have made or I could have done this for so long, but I've been wasting my time doing this. Don't look at it that way. You know, you might feel it that way a little bit. We're all human. But give yourself that, you know, you had to go through this. You had to go down that path to get to this path, you know. But you could have a little bit of overthought here on the fact of the matter that you really anticipated things going not in your favor when they end up going in your favor. And I almost feel like there is some sort of someone being exposed, but it doesn't look like it's bad. So yes, they might expose somebody who's been deceptive around you, but they may have not been hiding something horrible. Some of you possibly, but it's leading you down the energy of happiness. Some of you, it's actually something that somebody hid that may have been like, you know, what's a good example of that? Leo, I buy you a gift, but I don't want you to know I bought you a gift. So I've been hiding this from you for the past 2 weeks because I want to surprise you. Like something like that. Somebody may have been hiding something positive because they wanted to like surprise you with something. You know, some of you could even picked up on that. Like, is this person about to give me something? Or is this person hiding the way that they feel about me? Things along those lines. Let's clarify this. Why is the Empress here to the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords? We have Temperance. Yeah, beautiful. Energy of peace, calm. Hello. We have the Queen of Pentacles. There's that money settling down or that abundance coming in. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, both of these messages are interconnected with the fact of the matter of that there is a possibility, an opportunity that has just kind of been waiting for you to walk down this path or waiting for you to believe in yourself more. And I absolutely feel like your life is going to feel a lot more balanced and a lot more harmonious because you're finally going towards what you've been called to go towards, but haven't been answering the phone almost. And I do also get a whole other message here. Now that we have Temperance to the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, some of you with this deceptive person, there could be a very large sense of compromise here. With the Three of Pentacles, once again, it may not be that big or bad of a reveal here for you. Some of you, there could actually be a total reveal of Temperance to the Three of Pentacles. You may compromise with somebody that you have been avoiding, Leo. Seven of Swords doesn't always have to be deception. It could be strong avoidance, at least for me. And I feel like for some of you, you may collaborate or compromise with a lover, a friend, a family member that you've been avoiding or they've been avoiding you. But there was needed some time for this. There needed some time either apart or there needed some time for you two to just think. But your guardian angel, your passed on loved one, is indicating that you and this person are meant to heal in the physical. You two are meant to be harmonious again, balanced again, or at least working towards that energy. So you could try to avoid this person all you want. They could, or possibly backwards, they could have tried to avoid you all they want. But divine intervention is going to bring you two back together because you two are in a fated energy to heal. Like there's some sort of fate or soul tie that your guardian angel on the other side, somebody that you have lost and now looking down on you, they know that you and this person are in a fated soul contract to heal. So as much as you wanted to avoid your mother, as much as you wanted to avoid this past lover, this friend, this family member, or this whomever, it is in fated energy that you two compromise in the physical. This energy that's looking down on you already knows this. So y'all can try to avoid each other as much as possible, but you're going to see that divine intervention is going to step in. And I feel like that's what's happening here on the glamour energy. Divine intervention is stepping in and they're like, wake up and get moving, get going. Put your hand out there because guess what? Your hand's going to make you some money. You could even be like a ring model, foot model, shoe model, whatever the case may be, or you know exactly what I'm talking about in this aspect, and I'm just giving ideas out there. But you can't avoid this calling, and or you cannot avoid this healing and this harmony being restored to this connection that you share with someone here. So let's see what mini DV ghost is here, Leo, and then we're going to get some romance angels and see what the romance angels have for you. Let's see what mini DV ghost comes through. You have Sagittarius, Libra, Taurus in your reading so far. Okay, your mini DV ghost is the ancient spirit. Tried and true, stand the test. There you go. Tried and true may stand the test. So, you know, some of you Leos may have felt like you've been being tested a lot or feeling like the universe just keeps hitting you with curveballs all the time. Let's see, one more ghost. And we have the shapeshifter. Things are not what they seem. Exactly. So this energy, things are not what they seem. Absolutely. Because you think it's off-putting for this person. You think this would have never happened for you. For a lot of you, this energy is strictly connected to like a dream of yours. And I want to say, some of you may also have a black cat or a cat here. Black cat energy coming in. The spirit wants you to know, things are not what they seem. Do not let your mind play tricks on you. Do not make it seem like you'll never have this. You'll never have that. There is something, sorry. There is some sort of wake-up call here. Where it's like, stop sleeping on yourself. Get moving. And you may feel or think that you and this individual will never heal, but things are not what they seem. There you go. Fate will bring you two back together. So let's see what romance has got. I feel like for a lot of you, this message could be about romance. If it's not about a platonic connection, it could definitely be about romance. I also feel like for some of you as well, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. It could actually be platonic romance or two platonic energies or something like that, where you are actually fated to heal with more than one person. So let's see what Romance Angel has for you, Leo. We have trust. Yep, there it is. This situation is calling for you to have faith. You also have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Could be going away with your person, planning to go away with your person. That's the Six of Swords, energy of, once again, healing. And you have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So some of you may feel like you and this person do not have the same belief system. Could be in a religious sense, could be in a spiritual sense, could be in an like upbringing sense, where you two have two different like belief systems of conditioning of how you were brought up. Doesn't have to be religion or spiritual, but it definitely, for a lot of you, can be. But Spirit wants you to trust in this situation in connection to it getting better and moving forward. I do feel like for some of you, you may be traveling and meeting somebody new that is possibly different from you. Just because they're different, it doesn't mean it won't work out. Have that trust. So Spirit may be testing your trust issues in February, if you feel like you have any around love. So if you feel like your person isn't as spiritual, can you still trust that they're the one for you? Could be that somebody wants to heal things with you. Possibly there's an energy of having to trust this person. Let's see what the tarot has for love for Leo. On trust, we have the High Priestess. So listen to your intuition, your gut. Your intuition is your power here. On honeymoon, we have the Eight of Wands. Definitely could be traveling with somebody, planning a vacation, and or somebody traveling to see you, and or vice versa. And on religious factors here, we have the Four of Cups. Yeah. So, you know, Leo, I feel like for some of you, you could really meet somebody new. They could be very different from you. Some of you may feel like, well, I should just reject them. Let me not save myself the frustration. Listen to your intuition here on doing that. Because just because they're different, it doesn't mean that they are not compatible with you. You know, when you're putting together a puzzle, if all the puzzle pieces were the same, they all wouldn't go together. They have to be different. They have to all have their openings and closings so they can intertwine. Not all the puzzle pieces look exactly the same, but they come together and create something whole. Please clarify this for Leo. Some of you may feel a bit ignored over your spirituality, where your person might not be as supportive of like your spiritual journey or things like that. Some people just don't understand this type of stuff. The High Priestess here with strength. Yeah, your intuition is your strength here, Leo. The Eight of Wands to the Two of Swords. You do not see this movement coming. And on the Four of Cups, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. So, Leo, I definitely feel like something's coming your way that you're not necessarily expecting with love. I'm not sure if you're really expecting to meet somebody or meet somebody that's different from you, or possibly you just weren't expecting to connect and blossom with somebody who's a bit different from you. But it definitely looks like it's happening. Can you clarify this one more time here for Leo, even if I just said that, sorry. In terms of love. Strength to the Star. You could really be healing trust issues with somebody here. Two of Swords to the... Okay, bye, Five of Cups. To the Five of Cups. Yeah, so you just automatically assume that you'll be disappointed in love. You may be pretty surprised by that. And on the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Fool. Yeah, so I feel like this situation is going to feel so good that it's going to feel like you want to take the risk on it. Why is the Fool here for Leo? Ace of Pentacles. Hello. Okay, so I definitely feel like some of you could be meeting somebody new. It doesn't have to be that you are traveling and seeing them. It could be, or this person could just live at a distance. I definitely get somehow, some way they are different from you. They are just not the same type of person you are in some sort of way. Possibly you are in an existing relationship and you just feel like you two are different, but somehow, some way in February, you two will figure out a way to get along and become compatible. I see a very large sense of healing, movement forward, and building or continuously building for a solid foundation. of a connection. If there is a opportunity to go away with your person, it does look very beneficial for the growth of the connection. So I definitely see that could be prediction for some of you in February, going on a little honeymoon or like a vacation, they call it now, right? Definitely beneficial. You could meet this person while you are traveling. It doesn't have to be. Like I said, they could just be a bit further from you. But despite your differences or despite your religious factors, it is not going to keep this connection away. It's not going to stop this connection. Which also, this position came up on the angel of remembrance and the angel of happiness, which could also connect to your spirit message, where spirit is indicating that as much as y'all think you should avoid it, as much as you want to avoid it or feel like you should, this person or this growth is unavoidable. Fate is taking a huge part in doing this. So, wow. They really hit the nail on the head by putting it in that same position as well. So in your spread here, we have Leo, we have Aquarius, we have Pisces, Virgo, and Aries. So, Leo, let's get your talking it to heaven cards and see what this angel on the other side that is looking down on you has or wants you to know for February. And then we'll get your ending oracle of the starseed. So here we go. This is for Leo. Whomever is here with us, or the multitude of angels here with us, what messages do we have for our viewers here, Leo? Don't be afraid. Some of you may be afraid of the energy of the other side. You know, hearing spirits, seeing spirits, that could be something that they know you have a fear about. We have now I have no pain. So this person, whoever's coming in, they definitely may have passed on in a bit of a painful sense. Could have been an accident, could have been like something like cancer, something that is very painful to go through. So this is not an energy that kind of just like passed away in their sleep. This is somebody that you saw go through pain, and they want you to know that they do not have pain any longer. There is an emphasis on yellow flowers here as well. So you also have, I am just a thought away. Some of you, there is a connection to... I'm randomly feeling a boat. There's no boat here, but this girl does look like she's sitting on a dock, and I just heard boat. So there could be something around boat, cruise ships, whatever the case may be. There's also a dog here. There's also a little girl there. So that could have some sort of connection to you. They're indicating that they are just a thought away. So when you want to talk to them, know that you can. Know that the energies on the other side see your thoughts. They hear you. They feel you. They know. But half of the time when the physical entity is gone, because, you know, us humans have to work through that materialization nature, we think that they're also gone with their physical body. But that is not the case. We are all energy. Okay, and I also feel the need to read you guys something. I just saw something in my mind's eye. Hopefully I can find it on my phone. If it takes too long, I'll just save it for a different time. Let's see what else. I don't know if anybody lives in Alaska or there's a connection to Alaska, but there is a book called Looking for Alaska. I think they also made it a Hulu series. And there's a part of that book that they want me to read to you. So I just decided to say it. If anybody has that connections, I just got the chills only in my legs. Not anywhere else. So something about the legs could be a thing. Maybe this person had trouble walking at a certain time of their life. Okay. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Ooh, this one hits home sometimes. So there could be some of you watching this that feel guilty. Maybe you feel like there could have been more you could have done to help this person. Maybe you even feel like you could have saved their life. Spirit is saying, this person is saying, you have nothing to feel guilty about. Do not be afraid is connected to that. Now I have no pain. We have, I always give you a good night kiss. So possibly you always told this person good night. Or gave them a good night kiss. Oh, this one got me. Sorry. This is why I don't do these readings that much. I don't know, like I'm a feeler. So they definitely want you to know that whenever you're like going to sleep, or maybe you feel like lonely at night, they're here with you. Okay, and I am just a thought away. I'm standing right next to you. Okay. Well, and the dog just got up. That's confirmation. So they are definitely in here. I can feel them. I know it. And that's why the dog wants to get out of the room. She needs the door open if there's too many around. And I can almost hear her growl a little bit. So I am standing right next to you. So they want you to know they are just a thought away, as well as they could be right next to you. They could be just as close to you as they were when they were here. And they want you to really know that. So you can be and or feel more comfortable in that sense. So, okay. That's what I have here for you, Leo. Talk to them. They want to be talked to. And work on any guilty conscience you have towards this person. Passing on. Because they really, really, really want you to know that whatever happened in its way. And you have nothing to feel guilty about. There was nothing you could have done. Maybe you even feel like you could have done something differently or anything like that. Some of you could even feel at fault to something. They're like, don't feel that way. It happened in the way it was meant to happen. So, woo! All right, gotta light some incense after this one. Okay, last but not least, we are getting you your starseed, and then I'll read you that little part from the book. I think it's from that book. If it's not, it could be from something else, but I'm going to check after this. So let's see. This is for Leo. Let's get you a starseed oracle, where you're at on your journey, what else they want you to know here to close your spread. And you have surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. Beautiful card here. Surrender to the sweetness. Okay, this card says, this is a sensual, highly feminine card. It's a call to surrender to the sweetness of life, to let the ever-abundant feminine take over, to taste the fruits you've been working so hard to grow, to let your senses take over and really drink in your life with wonder. The ancient Babylons connected to the feminist goddess Ishtar to the planet Venus, and in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love and beauty. In our night sky, aside from the moon, Venus shines the brightest. Time is our precious resource, and it's the greatest healer. If you've been all work and no play, it's time to take some time out. To reconnect with your lover, play with your children, and give yourself the luxury of time without an agenda. Many of us are so busy building our lives that we forget to enjoy them. We forget why we decided to build them in the first place. Disconnection from the sweetness causes more pain than we realize. So many of us walk into soulless buildings 5 days a week in the name of survival. We strive to build a life of our dreams and drive ourselves to exhaustion. This card is wooing you back to the pleasures of being human, to focusing on what really matters and enjoying your incredible life. Exactly. And I feel like that also intertwines back to our message of using your own abilities, your own things within you to do or make abundance for yourself, because, you know, it doesn't have to be in the energy of abundance to survive. It could be abundance to live life happily. So, Leo, that's what we got going on here for you. Let me check here. I really, really hope that I have it saved. Because on Kindle, you can highlight things. I mean, obviously, you can highlight things anywhere. Because if you have a highlighter. But on Kindle, you can actually highlight things. No way, I don't have the book. Oh, it's right here. Oh, that scared me. It is by John Green, if anybody's interested. I know it's towards the end. Okay. So. Here we go. I'm going to try to keep it together while I read this. But it kind of explains the fact of like energy and how just because our physical entity isn't here doesn't mean that we're actually like not here. Okay. So basically to summarize the book, it's about this boy who's trying to find his way through the labyrinth, which is a maze of life. And he's trying to find his great perhaps, which is his happiness, right? So in the last part of the book, which is actually 88% through the book, he says, "Before I got here, I thought for a long time that the way out of the labyrinth was to pretend that it did not exist, to build a small, self-sufficient world in a back corner of the endless maze, and to pretend I was not lost, but home. But that only led to a lonely life, accompanied only by the last words of the already dead. So I came here looking for great perhaps, for real friends and a more than minor life. And then I screwed up, and the colonial screwed up, and Takumi screwed up, and she slipped through our fingers, and there's no sugarcoating it. She deserved better friends. When she messed up all those years ago, just a little girl terrified into paralysis, she collapsed into the enigma of herself. And I could have done that, but I saw where it led for her. So I still believe in the great perhaps, and I can believe in that in spite of losing her. Because I will forget her, yes." Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Sorry, guys. "Because I will forget her, yes. That which came together will fall apart, slowly. And I will forget, but she will forgive my forgetting. Just as I forgive her for forgetting me and everyone, but herself and her mom in those last moments she spent as a person. I know now." Oh my gosh, I don't want to like cry because I feel like you're going to lose my track of what I'm saying. Whew, I know now that she forgives me for being dumb and scared and doing the dumb and scared thing. I know she forgives me, just as her mother forgives her. And here's how I know. I thought at first that she was just dead, just darkness, just a body being eaten by bugs. I thought about her a lot like that, as something's meal. What was her? Green eyes, half a smirk. The soft curves of her legs would soon be nothing, just the bones I never saw. I thought about the slow process of becoming bone and then fossil and then coal that will in a million years be mined by humans of the future and how they would heat their homes with her. And then she would be smoke biling out of the smokestack coating the atmosphere. I still think that sometimes that maybe the afterlife is just something we made up to ease the pain of loss, to make our time in the labyrinth bearable, because she was just matter, and matter gets recycled. But ultimately, I do not believe that she was only matter. The rest of her must be recycled too. I believe now that we are greater than the sum of our parts. If you take Alaska's energetic code and you add her life experiences and the relationships she had with people, and then you take the size and shape of her body, you do not get her. There is something else entirely. There is a part of her greater than the sum of her knowable parts. And that part has to go somewhere because it cannot be destroyed. Although no one will ever accuse me of being much of a science student, one thing I learned from science class is that energy is never created and never destroyed. And if Alaska took her own life, okay, that is the hope I wish I could have given her. Forgetting her mother, failing her mother and her friends and herself, those are awful, awful things. But she did not need to fold into herself and self-destruct. Those awful things are survivable because we are indestructible as we believe ourselves to be. When adults say teenagers think they are invincible with that sly, stupid smile on their faces, they don't know how right they are. We never need to be hopeless because we can never be irreparably broken. We think that we are invincible because we are. We cannot be born and we cannot die. Like all energy, we can only change shapes, sizes, and manifestations. They forget that when they get old. They get scared of losing and failing, but that part of us is greater than the sum of our parts, cannot begin and cannot end, and so it cannot fail. So I know she forgives me, just as I forgive her. Thomas Edison's last words were, "It's very beautiful over there." I don't know where there is, but I believe it's somewhere, and I hope it's beautiful. Okay, I'm done. I can't do this. Oh man, I thought I was going to be able to read that to you guys. Oh man, well, I guess not. Sorry about that. I didn't want to cut it off and not finish it. And I know stuff like this gets me in the feels. But yeah. And also, you did have the ghost of the shapeshifter. Things are not what they seem. So you could absolutely have a spirit animal or something come your way that this passed on loved one took form in as well. And in that part of that book that I just read, which is the last page of the book, they explain how energy can never be created nor destroyed. Yeah, not big on science, but that was the multitude of it. That was a summary of it. So sorry for me being such a baby sometimes, but I really just cannot help it. I don't know why. And yeah, so sorry if I made anybody else feel some type of way. But tears do cleanse the soul. And sometimes it's really good to get it out. And if anybody wants to read that book, it's called Looking for Alaska by John Green. And it's definitely something that is a little bit, you need to have some oomph in reading that. They also made it into a Hulu show. And it's called Looking for Alaska. And it didn't make me feel as emotional as when I read the book itself. So if you want some feels books, that'll give you some feels. And it'll also explain to you the energy. And it's so crazy that I decided to read that because in the reading you have nothing to feel guilty about. And that's what caused Alaska to decide to take her life, because she felt so guilty about feeling like she could have saved someone else's life. So I feel like that goes together in connection to the fact that I felt the need to read you that, as well as the fact that you have nothing to feel guilty about. Please understand that. Because if I can help at least one of you know that, That's good enough for me. So I love you, Leos. You know, the Leo moon is coming up. I'm a Leo moon. Maybe that's why I'm in the feels. So not surprised. Astrology is definitely real. So on Friday, we have your weekend / Leo moon reading. And then I will be getting out your Leo moon angelic frequency video. Actually, I decided to make it an angelic frequency. And now with the fact of the spirit message as well as the Leo moon, I feel like it just goes together greatly. So I'm going to get off of this now because we're about to hit 50 minutes, almost an hour. And we got more things to get out for you, Leo. Love you all so very much. Do not forget to subscribe and ring that bell. And like this video if you have not already. I love y'all so very much. Have a good one. Bye now.